Heathcliff at the residence of Mr. and Mrs. Chikomba, who were affected by the Operation Murabatrina of 2005. It is estimated that over 300,000 people were left homeless. Let's get inside and talk to them.
My name is Nemhari Matthias Chikomba.
My name is Irene Gondo.
Murambatsvina began in 1991 in Epworth, and they destroyed our house. We were then taken to a place called Porter Farm. We stayed there for 3 years.
Porter was just a holding camp. We were removed again and told to go to Jivarasekwa. When we were living in Jivarasekwa, we were told that our places were now ready in Heathcliff.
We left Jivarasekwa in 2004, in March, to come and live at our new place with my family. So we only lived here in 2004. In 2005, Murambatsvina began again and came here and destroyed the home that we had built here.
It ruined a lot of things for us and also hurt us. When they destroyed our houses, we had to sleep outside for 2 weeks as we had no place to go. When we left, other people who had been affected were relocated to Cardonia. We couldn't go there because we wouldn't have survived the living conditions at the camp, especially with my husband's disability. A lot of people also told us that there were no toilets and no running water.
In the beginning, I wanted to go to Waterfalls, where my child was staying. So Murambatsvina followed us there and destroyed the house we were living in again.
To tell you the truth, they didn't tell us why they were destroying our houses. They would just say, "Your houses are not allowed to be here, and that's why we're destroying them." And they would also say, "You're not allowed to live here either." We felt estranged, as if they just wanted to wound us. And now we feel we don't have a positive outlook towards living a happy life.
I was affected by the polio disease when I was a child, which resulted in my being wheelchair-bound.
He's been using the wheelchair for quite some time now. Sometimes his arms swell because of the strain, and it's proving detrimental to his health.
Murambatsvina ruined my health and left me with a heart disease and blood pressure as well, because it affected me psychologically, and I felt really hurt and disgruntled with what happened. I now didn't have a place to live, and I now didn't have hope that I would find a place where my family and I could reside peacefully. Trying to rebuild our lives became a formidable task because the materials we needed to do so had been destroyed. We began building this foundation in 2007 with the little money we had. Now, when the money ran out, trying to get more money to continue with the building became another problem, as things are hard for us and we have nowhere to earn the amounts needed.
It was an obstacle, or a problem, as we didn't have any materials of our own to build with, so we just pieced things together. The government then assisted us with 4 sheets of asbestos so we could build a shelter. At the moment, to tell you the truth before God, we have no alternative shoulder to cry on about these issues. At least if they come back again to destroy our houses, we have something to show them and say this is what we managed to build.
I work as a cobbler, repairing shoes, so that is where we get a little bit of money.
He tries to make a living. Sometimes he can work, sometimes he can't. When he does get a little bit of money, we save it for the next rainy day. And we would also like to thank those who are assisting us with food handouts. We do not have electricity at all and no water. We thank those who assist us for making boreholes for us to use, as it helps us greatly. But when we first arrived, we struggled to make ends meet, because in the pipes we installed there's no running water.
Now and then we hear rumours that Murambatsvina will come back again. But we feel hurt. It is the same with a wounded person. If someone else comes and applies pressure on the wound, the pain becomes unbearable. I can identify with that kind of pain, to an extent that if Murambatsvina begins again, I don't know what state it will leave me in, and if I will survive its aftermath. I think if it affects me as it did before, my life would probably end.